Hi, I'm Weston, and I talk about the Jets. I'm here to talk about Week 15. Jets lose to the Detroit Lions, 20-17. And that just about wraps it all up. I'm going to keep my thoughts relatively brief because I don't want to rant yet, because we have not technically been eliminated yet. I think anyone with eyes and an understanding of the sport understood that this was a must-win for the Jets, because you could at worst go 3-1 down these last four and make the playoffs. You might have even had to run the table, and you already had the Dolphins game penciled in as a loss. So losing this one is very, very detrimental, and makes the next three more or less all must-win games, including going into Seattle to play the Seahawks, which is going to be a tall order, and to Miami in what could be a potentially playoff-deciding game on who gets the last seed if it's us or them. So I'm going to save elimination thoughts for a future video. This was bad. It was bad. It's similar problems to the past few weeks. The Jets' offense doesn't do anything to begin with. The defense holds them in it for a very long time. The offense looks okay for a couple of plays, and the defense continues to look good. They have one bad play late in the game, and that's it. Zach Wilson was bad today, and a lot of people might look at it and be like, hey, he was all right. And I think anyone who watched it would say, no, he wasn't. Like the three big pass plays that we had, which was the Ozama touchdown and the two Garrett Wilson big completions, receivers were having to come back on the ball. And then the final play of the game to Elijah Moore, where he had to come back on the ball and then just fight for any yardage. Zach Wilson played bad today. The pick was horrendous. If Mike White is healthy, I go with Mike White. Like, this was not a performance for Zach Wilson where I go, okay, yeah, I'll let him ride it out. I'll let him have another one. If White is healthy come Thursday, it is his game to start. And I think that is the consensus around the team, because you can see the enthusiasm we had in the past few weeks for Mike White opposed to what we had today, which was like, good job, Zach. Whereas when Mike White would do something, it was pretty much that meme of like the baby in the swimming pool where the parents holding them up and the other child is like, it was kind of like that the past few weeks with Zach Wilson and Mike White. It's clear that we have a favorite child here, guys. Let's not try to ignore that. There was like the 50-some yard touchdown pass on 4th and inches, and here's the thing, that was a bad defensive play. The defensive structure on that play was bad. He was way too wide open. Waddled to a touchdown. And multiple things can be true. That was a terrible play for the defense. I thought they played well. Even with that, you allowed them to a below league average point total. 20 points is not bad. That is good. If you go a full season and you allow 20 points every single week, that's going to be like top 7 or 8, maybe even top 5 some years in total points allowed for a defense. If you allow 20 points a game, that is a really, really good defense. And this was without John Franklin Myers for much of it later on, without Quinnen, and oh, by God, could you tell that Quinnen was missing. If I'm Joe Douglas, I call Quinnen Williams right now and I say, hey, can I draw infinity on a check and give it to you? Because we look terrible. The pass rush was just not there without Quinnen Williams. And here's the thing. The offense, specifically Zach Wilson, I do not think had a good game today. But if I point a finger at anyone for who cost us this game, and it pains me to say it, Robert Saleh cost us this game. I absolutely love Robert Saleh. Do not get it twisted. I adore him. I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great leader. I love the energy he brings to this team, and I trust him for the many, many years to come that I truly believe he will be our head coach. His clock management with under 2 to play was pathetic. That was awful. That was awful. At least 40 seconds were burned for no apparent reason. And you call the timeouts. Elijah Moore gets tackled there. There's not this rush and this like almost argument with players and coaches and refs to try to get the timeout call with a second left. Got plenty of time. He can take another couple of passes, keep marching on down there. I don't know why he refused to call timeouts. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. His clock management cost us the game. And I don't think you can look at this game and say much else. Yeah, the defense allowed that really bad play. Zach Wilson did not play wonderfully. It was the final couple minutes that did the Jets in. And all of the players wear it. Like, that's the thing. Players that we like, players that I like, when we lose, I give it to them, and I make the players wear it. Same has to apply to Robert Saleh in this case. It was just bad clock management. So now the Jets stare down the barrel of a short week where you play again on Thursday night against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just had an incredible and amazing and exciting come-from-behind victory against a really, really good team to keep their playoff hopes alive. Who do you think has the momentum for that game, huh? I'll be back Thursday to talk about the game. Hopefully to talk about the Jets keeping the playoff hope alive. But that's all I have for right now. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Jets.